Another round? On me. I insist. Accept it as an expression of my eternal gratitude. There you go. Be careful, though. That wine is sneakier than Calendar. Looks sweet, but hits you when you least expect.
Whose wine did you say this was?
A Carthaginian called Margot wrote it down in his book of recipes. Fantastic stuff. Never knew dry raisins could be this exciting. You think so? Well, it comes with the territory, I guess. Domestic and carefree life adds another kind of weight on your shoulders.
Or your belly.
It's also significantly more difficult than being a Centurio. Especially considering your soldiers are there to die on your command. That's their duty. When it comes to family, your duty is keeping them alive. That's day and night difference right there. It is his kind of place, all right. And this is his kind of wine.
To Dominus Lucullus.
To Lucullus. What was that?
Something serious seems to be happening outside. We'd better take a look.
Let me grab my sword. Gauls are attacking Rome. But that's suicidal.
Domine, your mother may be in danger. We should check on her.
At once.
I'll go get my plane.
Where is my wife? Did they come in this way?
The streets.
They're fighting in the streets.
Back in the fight, my friend.
Save yourself! Out of the streets! It's not safe! They will burn the entire city down. We should flee to Ostia.
I heard they killed everyone in Ostia. It's too late.
There you are. I got Calendar and Bestia.
We cut a sway through the barbarians. None shall stand in our way.
Miss Serwis is alive.
Domine! The barbarians are looking for Domina Claudiana. I told them you weren't here.
What if they're not randomly attacking one villa? What if they were sent to take out your family?
Sent by who?
We have seen our enemies do stranger things.
I don't know. My knowledge of their language is limited. They were talking about their Patronus at one point, but I could not catch his name. I saw her stab one of the barbarians in the eye and run towards the cellar. At least 4. They came out of nowhere. She was in the study when they came.
Which is where your sister went to protect your mother, probably.
Don't worry. We'll save them.
Domina!
Cowards! Face me! One
Face
more!
them with courage!
Fight for your lives and your freedom!
Make way! Make way, I said! She's fine. The screaming is good. It means she has enough life in her to be able to scream. It is your sister who worries me. She lost a lot of blood. It does not look good. We need to keep her warm.
Don't worry about it. By the grace of Wester, they were not even in Rome.
Your mother will be well. Do not worry. As for Liwiana, you should rest. That's the best thing you can do now.
The Senate is bound to call a meeting. They'll surely declare war. We already have most of the team back together, except for one. Deianira is in the dungeon awaiting her execution. After this attack, I believe we may have the leverage we need to get her out of there. You should go and sort things out before you head to the Senate. We can't be sure we'll get another chance.
They finally let you in. Heard you had been trying to see me. I am where I belong. I have caused much harm. No. Silvius was only one I came for. But it got away from me. He said they were there by own choice. I knew he lied. I thought I was saving them, but they looked at me with exact same fear in their eyes. I hoped this guilt I carry every day would fade when I had vengeance. But still, when I think of her, I feel pressure around my heart. Her name was Tusa. She was 2 years younger than me. She loved horses more than anything else, and they seemed to love her back. She was my best friend. We braided each other's hair and hunted rabbits. We were always competing together against our brothers, and we always won. I have not followed threefold path of Asha. I have spread grief instead of happiness. I have blackened my soul with evil thought and evil deeds. If I stay here and face my execution, maybe I will be redeemed in the eyes of the wise Lord. You think it is like that? A merchant scale where you can just put down good deeds to weigh up the bad? If only. It seems you understand me better than I understand myself. It is not the same. You bear no blame for those you lost. I do. I wanted to go to the Greek city. I wanted wine and spices and beautiful dresses. She was scared, but I told her I would keep her safe. I was eager and naive, and they exploited it. They lured us with pretty promises and tried to force themselves on us. We fought back. I killed one of them. Then Silvius killed Tusa. Every part of it, every single thing that led to her death was my fault. I know what you say is true, but what I feel is different. It doesn't matter what you say, and you didn't even know her. I would. Of course I would. Maybe one day, I will be able to. I guess that will not happen if I am executed though, huh? Fine. You are good at this, you know. Let's go.
As per today's augury...
Orcus, take your auguries, Cicero. The Gauls attacked us. Here, in Rome. Do we really need the gods' opinions to decide on today's relatio?
Webius Vitellius Lurco, you will respect the Senate and its procedures.
Then the Senate must respect the people of Rome.
The Senate is the people of Rome.
Our most esteemed senators and officials seem very much alive to my eyes. The same cannot be said for the men and women who were slain in Ostia. My own poor sister-in-law lies dead at the hands of rampaging barbarians. Frankly, I have no idea why her brother is keeping silent. I'd be outraged. I am outraged. Our traditions turn us into prey. This attack proves my point. Senators, Romans, we are the sons of wolves. We are proud as we should naturally be. But in our pride, we have grown docile and meek, allowing jackals to attack us without fear. They were laughing. With blood in their eyes, they've slaughtered our own wives and daughters. And what have we done since then? What are we doing now? Nothing. Nothing but endless debates and discussions. I say the time for philosophers is past. Now is the time for warriors. I say we strike now. We shall encircle them like the wolves we are. I say we attack. What say you?
I say cease your populist posturing, Vitellius Lurco. Senators, we are at the heart of our republic, discussing what's perhaps the most important relatio of this age. And you behave like hysterical
And you behave like a spoiled child who's trying to wear his father's sandals.
Do not test me, Vitellius Lurco. Speak out of turn again, and I shall see you dragged in chains right into the closest dungeon.
Watch and know your words, Cicero. You are speaking to a consul of Rome and the representative of its people.
You are as well. I hold the Imperium. I alone can determine the course of this discussion. Nothing happens without my consent. That is
and
why...
maybe that's why this needs to change.
What?
Citizens, friends, I apologize for my outburst. And I apologize to you, Cicero. I was out of turn indeed.
I'm not sure what you're playing.
It's my frustration talking. Even though I am your co-consul and still new to this world of politics. You are a man of words, Cicero. I believe this crisis we're in requires a man of action. For this reason, I propose, with great humility, that this Senate should consider electing me as dictator until this situation ends. Obviously, we need to act fast. If every decision is to be discussed and approved in the Senate, there is no way we can win this war against the Gauls. They do not have a Senate. We need a commander who's passionate and skillful enough to lead the war effort, swiftly and efficiently.
And that man is you, Lurco?
Vitellius Lurco may be consul, but that doesn't make him a skilled commander of legions. His experience in warcraft is minimal.
I understand your concern. Honestly, I wish I was omnipotent. Then I could bring all of our dead friends back from the depths of Dis. But now, we should focus on preventing more deaths.
And we achieve this by attacking Gallia?
It is difficult for a non-military mind to understand this. War causes death, true. But in this case, it will be to prevent even more death.
When it ends, preferably sooner than later. But I shall try to achieve a swift victory and subjugate Gallia as soon as possible.
Just like the other campaigns you have led. Oh, wait. There are none. This is unbelievable. The man is clearly trying to manipulate you. I'm all for attacking Gallia, but at least send someone who knows how to fight.
Like you?
Absolutely. Or Cotta, who is an accomplished commander himself. Even Cicero would be a better commander.
Yet instead of fighting, he prefers talking.
I prefer order and respect, not yelling like spoiled brats, disrespecting the very core of what makes us Romans.
Oh, come on, Cicero. I'm not in favor of declaring Lorco as dictator, but surely you agree we must act right now.
What if I lead the war together with an experienced commander as my advisor?
And take one of your equally incapable lackeys with you? How would that help?
I shall lead a consular army into Gallia, in command of one half of our military might, while the other half is controlled by someone who has absolutely no reason to like me. What do you say to that, heir of Lucullus? Will you join forces with me? After all, these men are right. I need the support and the experience of a commander as skilled as you. Naturally. You are the more experienced commander after all. Your legions are yours to command. I can tell from your faces no one will oppose this idea.
It sounds like a reasonable compromise. If anyone dislikes Lorco more than Cicero right now, it is this man.
That sounds fine to me. He has proven himself to be a reliable commander.
Sure. What could possibly go wrong?
I can see there is no sense in trying to have a civilized conversation about this. Very well. Have it your way then. But we will not do this like animals. We still have to vote on it. If we execute this plan, it means Vitellius Lurco will be dictator for the duration of the Gallia campaign. More importantly, it means Rome is declaring war on Gallia.
The war has already been declared. We're going to finish it.
All those in favor of this solution to the relatio?
Oh, good. Exactly where I want to be. Surrounded by 6,000 men loyal to our archenemy.
Vitellius Lurco is the consul of Rome. We're safe. At least for now.
The word safe has far too much margin of error to be of comfort.
Awe legate. Sowete legionare. The consul was expecting you. Please lay down your weapons before you proceed. They told me you are a bit slow. Very well. Watch my lips closely now. Lay down your weapons. Do you understand? Let me make one thing clear. I am asking the questions here, not you.
What is the meaning of this? How dare they attack a Legatus of Rome? This shall be a lesson to those who might be thinking of a similar course of action. Oh well. Let us move to my tent and discuss our situation. First of all, I would like to express how your presence honors me, Legate. These Gallic barbarians are numerous and cunning, but with you on my side, we shall be triumphant. You wound me. I know, in the past, we haven't seen eye to eye. That is no secret. But I always felt the animosity between us stemmed from a misunderstanding. Don't forget that you are my brother-in-law. The barbarians tried to kill you. Now, they shall suffer our vengeance. That is what I say indeed. We may not need to find the exact people, for we all know they were Gallic. This was an attack on Rome itself. In other words, the culprit is most likely one of their many chieftains. We merely have to defeat them all. I would never presume to tell you what you should do. You have all the authority over your own legion, just as I have over mine. You are free to execute whatever stratagem you see fit. A challenge. Oh, I like it. Unfortunately, our legions have a problem, and we need to solve that first. Commanding a massive consular army is comforting, but it also means we'll have to feed our legionari. And let me tell you, Legate, we don't have enough food. Price we pay for mobilizing fast. As such, we will have to strike a deal with the local tribes sympathetic to our cause. A couple of chieftains agreed to help us. We shall meet them and negotiate a deal. Naturally, I'll be there to help you, just in case. You are a great warrior, there's no doubt about that. Navigating the treacherous waters of Gallic politics may require more tact, however. You will take the lead, of course. I shall only provide counsel and support. Most certainly. This land is infested with numerous tribes, each ruled by the wealthiest and most powerful men. They rarely come together under one banner. They are called Duatiacus and Dumnorix. Such arrogant names. One of the chieftains specifically requested your presence. Suspicious, I know. I say, let us humor them and give them what they desire. At least, for now. I guess we will. Hey, Legate, how can I help you? Why do we ever do the things we do? For the glory and security of Rome. What else? They are under pressure from constant raids by the Germanic tribes east of the river Rhenus. In Latium, they see a land of plenty, far removed from their even more barbaric enemy. It was only a matter of time before they decided to leave their own lands and seek to take ours. But they made a mistake by trying to assassinate a high-ranking official such as you. Our vengeance will be terrible and swift. I have nothing but confidence in your abilities, Legate. It's just that this is the first time we're fighting against an organized enemy such as Gallia. We should not take any risk. We need our best commanders in the field, don't we? Humor is the signifier of a brilliant mind, they say. We're lucky to have you on our side.
I was hoping you would come over. His war of fools, I think. Your countrymen are fools to believe Lurko's lies. The Gauls are fools to stand against us. And we are fools for getting caught up in it. You got me out of a very dark place. Now I am here to do the same for you.
Dominate. They wouldn't. Under the rule of Vercingetorix, Gallia was said to be a true opponent for Rome. They were quite safe in their current position. An attack like this doesn't make any tactical sense at all. My guess is there's someone else behind this. Either that or the entirety of Gallia has spontaneously lost their minds. Most Romans think of Gallia as a land of unrefined barbarians. Not many things could be further from the truth. Gallia is home to some of the fiercest warriors you can find outside of the Republic. It has always been a land fractured between countless tribes and chieftains, but it seems that a king, called Vercingetorix, has recently united them. Who knows? Unity and peace, we should hope, but conquest and expansion is a more probable cause. I am an old man. My mind may still be sharp, but my limbs are tired. I am content, however, thanks to you. I often think back to that day in Greece, when I faced my old rival. It feels good to know that I could best him fairly. Perhaps when our work is finished, I can go back to my hometown after all, and die there in peace. Thank you. That means a lot to me.
Caeso, of the myriad lands you have visited, which one was the best?
Hispania, easily.
Why?
Delicious food and beautiful women.
What else?
I don't know what else you'd need. What do you need, my friend? Like a fox in a trap. Until now, he has always been one move ahead of us. But now it feels like we're playing a game of his devising, and he holds all the pieces and all the dice. Honestly, I don't know how to win. You have the wrong man, then. I don't make up the rules. I follow them. There's nothing to like. It's damp and cold. But at least I'm not boiling inside my armor like we were back in Africa. You know, I've been to Lutetia before. Don't be fooled by their smiling faces. The Gauls are tough people. Are you kidding? I wouldn't miss the chance. Lucia is keeping the winehouse open in my absence. It feels good to know there'll be something waiting for me after this war. Ask Orestes. As far as I can tell, everyone's fiercely loyal to you. But most of them have their doubts about the consul. And of course, there's always the chance we have more of those Weeksy spies within our ranks. No telling if or when they would act.
Have you come to drink with us? During the Grand Championship, I had to fight a giant Samnite. He was the most skillful opponent I had ever encountered, and he was easily twice my size. Do you know how I defeated him? Quite the opposite. I allied with him against an Egyptian gladiator who was also in the arena fighting for the title. I told the Samnite that the Egyptian called his mother a whore. Without a doubt. Now understand that the Samnite was going to kill the Egyptian anyway. Eventually, I just changed his priorities. Together we fought and killed the Egyptian. When the Samnite's guard was down and he was celebrating his kill with me, I swung my axe and severed his head. It was. The Samnite was foolish to trust me, and he paid the price. My point is this. You might be the Samnite, and Lurko is like me. You will fight together, and when you least expect it, he will kill you. Do not let your guard down. Good. I did not. I have met a few gladiators from Gallia, though. They are not to be taken lightly. I do not like their land, I must say. Too many forests and hills. Hard to spot an enemy marching towards you. We need to be careful here. Sometimes I think about that night. I still do not know why she would run from me. It doesn't make any sense. But I don't want to talk about this. Thank you.
Hey, sunshine. He got himself declared dictator, and now he's on a mission to avenge the innocent, helpless, yet honorable citizens of Rome. He will conquer Gallia, make the barbarians pay for the things they did, and return home to be hailed as a hero of the people. You are a loose end. The final annoying wrinkle in his plan. And people die in wars, you know? I grew up with stories of Gallia and its savage warriors, of their irresistible ruggedness and, oh, so romantic, barbaric ways. My mother had an affair with a Gallic gladiator, and as usual, she was full of shit. I've never been to Gallia before, but after everything I've been through, I don't think I can be disappointed. Listen, I would never have won my freedom without Kikaro's help, and Kikaro would never have helped me if not for you. There's no place I'd rather be right now than by your side, helping to keep you alive.
The position here is not favorable, but we must endure. We're fighting on foreign land against highly skilled warriors who know the terrain inside out. Despite that, we have made a good start. But as usual, some situations will need your personal attention. You will need to take care of whatever problems arise. Indeed, as usual, it is best not to underestimate the Gauls. They may be barbarians, but they are formidable warriors. They are also well-armed and cunning. A land we conquer can quickly turn into a breeding ground for a rebellion if we fail to pay attention. Gallia is an interesting place, full of weird gods and a multitude of tribes. It's best to be on our toes. Of course, Legate. It is best to react to these situations as soon as possible. Legio Victrix is fighting on two fronts now. We can't afford any distractions. Our way, Legate.
Not now. We can talk afterwards.
By the will of Tutatis, the Romans have arrived, as foretold.
It is your time to shine. Prove to me you're not just a mindless warrior, but also a skilled diplomat.
We are not Dumnorix. In your tongue we are called Divitiacus. He who is known as Dumnorix is a brother to us.
It is I, Roman. I am he who is known as the King of the World. Apologies do not revive the wrongfully slain. Do enlighten us as to the nature of the help you require, Roman.
All we ask in return is your friendship.
And do you always get what you want? My name is for my friends. You may call me Vercingetorix, the king of warrior kings. I rule the Arwani. The Vitiacus and Dumnorix are my friends, and the Aedui whom they rule are allies of my people. I wish I could say it were nice to meet you, but under the circumstances that would obviously be absurd. That is what they call me, and what my name means in your language. I am the one who has united the tribes. The Vitiacus stubbornly defends his people's fragile and ill-advised alliance with the Romans. And Dumnorix is simply not fond of striking deals with bloodthirsty murderers. Let us say, I represent a kind of middle ground. You have much work to do if you wish to make up for the actions of your countrymen.
You will receive supplies. It is foretold.
My brother speaks out of turn, for he is not the leader of the Aedui. I am. We will give you the supplies you ask for, but expect no more from us, or you shall be disappointed.
He is the one who talks to the three deaths and sees into the future. He may seem friendly, but druids can be very dangerous. I advise you to watch your words. Cease this unprovoked invasion and leave immediately. Of course, I know your bloodthirsty nature will prevent you from doing that. You will not be satisfied until you've enslaved every single one of us. Feel free to try, Roman. You'll find that Gallia is like no other land. What are you talking about? No one would attack Rome itself. That would be beyond insanity. Do you think my people are dumb?
Lies! The Roman is lying. He's trying to trick you. I told you this was a bad idea.
Even if one of the kings did harbor such ambitions, they would never act on them without my knowledge.
I could name a few who might.
If what you say is indeed true, Roman, your attacker was no king. There are many warriors among us who offer their services to whomever wants to pay.
With all due respect, I believe that's beside the point. A savage attack was carried out by Gallic forces. It matters very little if they were hired or not.
It matters to me. Roman, you spin an intriguing yarn. I shall look into this, and if you're telling the truth, I shall find whoever's responsible. Meanwhile, stop attacking my people. A single act speaks louder than 1,000 words. I prefer the lack of promise to a lie. We will see each other again, if Tyrannus wills it. Until then, I grant the Aedui Limited permission to engage in trade with the Romans.
The Aedui alone, I assume.
Of course. It's not like the Eburones would deal with the Romans anyway.
We will speak when the time comes.
I believe there's nothing more to discuss at this juncture. Until we meet again. Ueleti, as you say.
The time has come. Let us speak now. Our brother left now, for now was the time for him to leave. His distaste for your company has very little to do with it. Of details, there is not much to discuss. You will receive what you will receive, and that is what we will provide. And it is not enough. We speak only when there are things to say. Some speak when there's nothing to say. Some do not speak at all. The question is well phrased. To make use of the supplies we will give you, you must survive. Our brother is a man of honor and dignity. He is not fond of betrayals, nor betrayers. You do not know Orgetorix. From now on, it will. Orgetorix is the leader of the Helvetii. The Helvetii are currently gathering in order to attack and destroy your legions. You have invaded our lands. The people of the mountains to the east of here. We stand for peace. Orgetorix seeks war. Though many believe otherwise, peace is not achieved through war. He is an honorable king. He is strong, courageous, and wealthy. He will destroy your legions if he is not stopped.
Ordinarily, I would prefer to avoid bloodshed, but a preemptive attack seems like the most sensible action here. If we move at once, we can surely catch them off guard. Killing Orgetorix should prove how powerful our legions are, and send a clear message to other Gallic tribes that we are not to be trifled with. It is your duty to follow my command. You think when I tell you to think. You act as I tell you to act. I shall lead the frontal attack with Legio Ferrata, while you circle around with your Speculatores. Trapped between us, Orgetorix should fall quickly. The rest will disperse once the head of the snake is severed. I am merely getting out of your way. After all, when it comes to this kind of operation, you are the expert. In the unlikely event that something goes wrong, you can always rely on me. Deploy your legion when you are ready. It was him who provided the information. I assume for some reason this is precisely what he wants.
The three care not about emotions. That which is to be done will be done. Have you need of us? When we address you, we do not merely do so as a man. We represent the will of all Aedui.
We are ready to deploy the Legion.
Congregate copius in dextro latere!
Our Legion has engaged the enemy.
Legatus! The enemy line is breaking!
Rise! This is it! Their will to fight is broken!
Salcies operandate!
What is that, Bestia?
This is Monster, my discipulus.
You've been carrying around a kitten.
For now. But she will grow up and I will train her.
We cannot look after a cat during combat.
Monster is no ordinary cat. She needs no care. She only needs training. When she's ready, she will be free to leave.
By Tyrannus, how did they get behind our lines?
Let's teach them never to mess with Gallia again.
Stay low and shoot if you can see them.
A glorious battle against a worthy opponent. They fought like angry lions.
More of my warriors are on the way. You are surrounded, Romans!
When you think about it, his plan makes perfect sense. He played us perfectly.
Well, that was a disaster.
True, but what good is that now?
You never know when we'll need something to bargain with.
We stripped him of his armor when we brought him in. Here, Legate.
Our scouts report no sign of Legio Ferrata. I knew we should not have trusted him.
He is the consul of Rome. What choice did we have?
He is the consul of Rome, and that is the reason why we should not have trusted him.
Dumnorix and Divitiacus have sent the supplies they promised. It's not much, but at this point anything is better than nothing, I'd say. Either way, this will be the most difficult campaign we'll ever face.
Who knows? As a rule of thumb, I don't trust people who claim they can talk to gods.
And you trust everyone else.
I didn't say that.
Indeed. We did fine without him in Africa.
Right. Let's get to work, people.
You will not be able to hold me prisoner. They say Augetorix is like the hawk, born free and proud. In captivity I shall die. You have marched into my lands with thousands of soldiers. I hope to strike preemptively. Dumnorix never wanted to talk to you. The hate he has for your murderous kind is without equal. Your only trade is death, Roman. No one in the lands you call Gallia will help you. Vercingetorix is strong, but too trusting. I think you should be put down like the dog you are. Sadly, that was not meant to be. Keep this in mind, warmonger. When Vercingetorix wants you dead, you will die. He commands all of the tribes. He did? That is unexpected. The wisdom of the gods flows through the druids. His ways are mysterious. Absurd! Like all Romans, you have the tongue of a snake. Lies and venom is all you can spew. If you truly were attacked, I salute the warrior who sought to end your line.
I'm over. Would have been no trouble at all if Lurko, that swine, had not disappeared. We're better off without him, and his legion of thugs and rookies. I only hope he will stay disappeared.